For 1 year, I traveled around South America to create my best time-lapse video yet. This is how it went down. When I was a little kid, I loved watching the BBC nature documentaries, and especially those with David Attenborough. And I still do today, and I think that these were part of what inspired me to become a nature photographer. But one place was always included in the series, no matter what the topic was about, and I always dreamt about going to this place since I was very little. And now I'm finally here, and this is the Galapagos Islands. This is the Charles Darwin Research Center in Puerto Ayora, and this is where you can find what is maybe the most famous of all the Galapagos animals. I'm on my way to Tortuga Bay, which is probably the most famous of all the Galapagos beaches. And it's not only famous because it has such a nice sand and water and everything, but also because of the wildlife. So I hope to see some marine iguanas there, which looks really cool. And right now it's just after 6 a.m. Woke up early to beat the crowds because I think it can be quite a lot of people there. And the only people I can see so far is a few runners. Incredible beach, just incredible.
The marine iguanas are endemic for Galapagos. Over the 13 islands, you can find 8 different kinds of marine iguanas, in addition to 3 types of land iguanas.
I set up my Sony camera and the Genie 2 for a nice panning time-lapse here. Nice to get some time-lapses of this beautiful, I would say, cacti forest. Very interesting plants. There are a lot of restrictions when you're traveling around the Galapagos. You can't go wherever you want, whenever you want, and that is sometimes a bit frustrating for me as a photographer. For example, I can't be at this beautiful beach for sunrise or sunset like I usually want to. I think it's great that they are trying to preserve the nature here. For many years, the wildlife here was really diminishing, and many species became extinct or close to extinct. And I think that the tourists here are respecting the rules, because the people that go here, they go to see the wildlife, and hopefully they are able to understand that the following of these rules will be very important.
Or maybe not everyone.
As you can see, there are tons of wildlife on the Galapagos, but since these are islands and surrounded by ocean, let's see what's under the surface as well. San Cristobal Island, and I'm now at La Lobria Beach, where there are lots of sea lions. And now I'm gonna try to do some snorkeling to see even more. So much fun, they're so playful. You gotta be careful not to touch them though, especially the smaller ones, the young ones, because they might get abandoned by their mother. As you probably know and hopefully learn in school, the Galapagos Island was where Charles Darwin came when he was a young adult on the HMS Beagle in 1835, and this is where he got the first ideas and what inspired him to come up with the evolution theory of survival of the fittest. I'm now at San Cristobal, which is one of the older islands of the archipelago, but is only 3 million years old, so it's pretty young. And the reason why we see this very special kind of wildlife here is because only very few animals were able to kind of migrate from South America, Central America over to the Galapagos Islands. The animals that were able to come here were of course birds, fish, but also the land animals, which would come on like vegetation raft that would go with the current and end up here. So only animals that were able to stay for very long periods of time without fresh water would be able to survive that journey.
After a bumpy boat ride, it was time for my final destination on the Galapagos, Española Island.
My time here on the Galapagos is coming to an end, and I'm so glad I made the effort to go here. This place is really unique, and this has been a truly fantastic experience.
In the next episode, I go deep into Colombia to explore what is known by many as the world's most beautiful river.